It all started with whispers, and no one expected it. Not even the fans who spend hours analyzing every pixel, every frame, every pause in a BTS video. But this was different. HYBE's headquarters had been unusually quiet in the weeks leading up to what fans are now calling the raid. Rumors had begun circulating, subtle at first, about internal conflict, silence from some staff, and restricted access to certain artist files. But when armed officers were spotted entering the HYBE building late at night, fans didn't just speculate. They panicked. Armies across the world were glued to their phones, searching, waiting, refreshing Twitter every 5 seconds. And then, like a thunderclap, it hit. HYBE raided. Files seized. Artist documents under investigation, but no one expected Taehyung to be involved. While chaos erupted online, Taehyung was silent. Not a single weverse post. Not a whisper on Instagram. No sighting, no update, no tweet. Nothing. And yet, armies noticed something strange. A cryptic update appeared briefly on his private Spotify playlist, a song titled Lie. Just one track. It disappeared moments later, but screenshots had already spread like wildfire. And the lyrics? Haunting. I'm trapped inside / they never knew me. Was Taehyung trying to say something? When he finally appeared at the airport days later, reporters screamed questions, fans cried, and security pushed everyone back. But Taehyung didn't say a word. That was until the video dropped. Taehyung's face appeared on a grainy Instagram story. He looked exhausted, worn out. Older than he did just weeks before, and oh filters. No edits, he looked into the camera, his voice trembling. You all deserve to know the truth. I can't keep silent anymore. The story was deleted after 90 seconds. But what he said after that shook armies to the core. They erased parts of me, of who I really was. I saw the documents they hid. I saw my name removed. The fandom gasped. Had HYBE actually erased Taehyung? When Taehyung dropped the bombshell, all eyes turned to Jungkook. Everyone wondered, would he speak? 4 days. He was silent. He was seen at the gym, walking his dog, attending a short dance practice. But behind that calm exterior, armies noticed something different. He wasn't smiling. He wasn't singing. And during a live broadcast, when someone commented, "Are you okay, Kook?" he paused. A long silence. Then, the words that made millions freeze. I'm not okay. Because Taehyung shouldn't have gone through this alone. The chat exploded. He looked into the camera, eyes shining, not with tears, but with fury. You don't hurt someone like that. You don't erase him. That was the moment fans knew. Jungkook wasn't going to stay silent. A Korean journalist later revealed leaked files from the RAID.1 folder, marked V_BTS, had been tampered with, dates missing, photos removed, schedules deleted. A private memo read, "V content on indefinite hold. Rebranding discussion in progress." Fans were furious. Why was Taehyung's content placed on hold? What was HYBE planning? One particular document, shared briefly before being taken down, mentioned internal arguments between executives. The reason? Taehyung's independent rise, his Celine campaign, his global popularity, his unique style, was reportedly clashing with branding strategies. He wasn't a liability. He was just too powerful to control. A week after the video and the leak, Jungkook went live. Alone, he played soft music, wore a plain white shirt, and sat in a dimly lit room. Then he did the unthinkable. He talked about Taehyung. I knew he was hurting, but I didn't know it was this deep. I thought he was just tired, not erased. His voice cracked. When you grow up together, you think you know everything about each other. But I missed the signs. I should have protected him better. At that moment, he wiped his face. He was crying. Millions of armies began crying with him. Fueled by heartbreak, armies around the world began investigating. They looked back at old videos, old lives, old photo shoots. And the clues were everywhere. In a Celine vlog, Taehyung was cut out of the intro. In a behind-the-scenes photo from a photo shoot, he was cropped out. In a company promo video, his name wasn't even mentioned. One fan tweeted, "It wasn't just erasure. It was intentional." That tweet got 3 million likes in 4 hours. The world was watching. After days of media chaos, Taehyung posted a video on weverse. No filter. No edits. Just him. He looked straight into the camera. I've always loved being part of BTS. I still do. But when your voice is silenced, when your ideas are ignored, it hurts. He paused, breathing in deeply. I stayed quiet to protect the group. But now, I speak to protect myself. And then the line that fans will never forget. Even if they tried to erase me, I'm still here. ARMY wept. Insiders began revealing shocking details. Jungkook, it was said, had a heated confrontation with HYBE staff. Multiple witnesses claimed he stormed out of a closed-door meeting, slamming the door and saying, "You don't get to rewrite history. You don't get to silence him." Another report claimed that both Jungkook and Jimin requested a sit-down meeting with executives to discuss artist freedom and content control. The pressure was mounting. Even former staff members started speaking out, hinting that Taehyung's individuality had always made certain higher-ups uncomfortable. Now, weeks after the raid, something has shifted. Taehyung and Jungkook were recently spotted together in a quiet cafe in Seoul. No bodyguards, no staff, just them. Fans who saw them described the mood as serious but healing. Photos showed Taehyung smiling slightly, while Jungkook gently placed his hand on his friend's back. One fan captioned it best. They've been through hell, but they're still standing. Together. HYBE has yet to issue a full statement. The world waits, but one thing is certain. Taehyung has spoken. And Jungkook will never let him be silenced again. The world didn't just move on. The moment Taehyung's voice cracked in that weverse video, something awakened in the BTS fandom. ARMYs weren't just sad. They were furious. #ProtectTaehyung trended globally within minutes. Protest trucks circled HYBE's headquarters. Digital billboards in Times Square showed Taehyung's photos with the words, "He was never meant to be erased." One fan posted a thread detailing all the times Taehyung had been sidelined over the years, including award shows, brand deals, and line distribution. The most viral reply, a clip of Jungkook mouthing, "Hyung deserves more," during a Run BTS episode. Fans weren't just pointing fingers anymore. They were digging into history. And the evidence was undeniable. Days after the live broadcast, Jungkook reportedly received a private handwritten letter. It wasn't from a fan. It was from Taehyung. A source close to the two revealed the letter included a line that made Jungkook break down in the middle of dance practice. "If I disappear from the credits, at least I hope I'm still remembered in your heart." That same day, Jungkook walked out of the studio and didn't return for hours. Later, in a surprise live, he admitted, "I got a letter and I couldn't finish reading it." He looked into the camera and said one more thing, so quietly it almost didn't register. "He won't disappear. Not while I'm here." At 2:37 a.m. Korea Standard Time, Jungkook accidentally went live for 3 minutes. Or was it really an accident? The room was dark. The sound of a guitar being strummed. Then his voice softly humming scenery. Taehyung's solo track. Then he said, "You know, he used to play this song when he missed us." A pause. A deep breath. "They try to make us forget him. But I never could." The live was gone before anyone could react. But fans had already recorded it. It spread across TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram in seconds, and with it, a message began to echo around the world. Don't let them erase Taehyung. BTS has always hidden clues in their music. But now, ARMYs were listening with fresh ears. They dissected Still With You, Blue and Gray, Love Maze, even older tracks like The Truth Untold. One fan theory exploded in popularity. Love Maze was Jungkook and Taehyung's message to each other. "We're in this maze together. They can't pull us apart." Even Taehyung's Winter Bear was reanalyzed. Lyrics like, "Imagine your face / say hello to me" suddenly felt more heartbreaking, like a cry for connection in a world that tried to mute him. ARMYs weren't just hearing songs anymore. They were hearing their pain. Under growing pressure, HYBE finally issued a short statement. "We continue to fully support all BTS members equally. Any rumors regarding selective treatment are baseless." But it didn't help. Fans flooded the comments, posting side-by-side comparisons of Taehyung's limited promo versus the other members. The statement felt cold, calculated. And then came the final straw. Taehyung's upcoming solo schedule was suddenly postponed due to internal review. That was it. The fandom erupted. Protests escalated. Even former staff started anonymously releasing voice clips, screenshots, and statements that backed what Taehyung had hinted at. One chilling voice message captured a meeting where an exec allegedly said, "V is too unpredictable. We can't control his narrative."